It's like, what were you doing with my drapes? The drapes that were hanging in the apartment. I never got the answer to that. Hi, this is Kari Negri from Sky Properties, and today we're going to talk about having a budget for every property. Some couple of important things to remember. Of course, you want to categorize things right accounting wise and probably have someone doing that for you or helping you decide where to categorize these things. But overall, you want to make sure that you're looking to see that the costs look reasonable. It's very important that the costs are reasonable, and to get an idea of what reasonable is, you want to probably do some comparisons to other properties. Some people like to say it should be 32% of the income. Of course, that doesn't hold true for newer buildings. It's a lot lower percentage. But bottom line is, I think the easiest way to make sure that you're controlling your expenses and you're making sure that you know what you're looking at, you want to get bids for everything so that you see what things cost. And then once you do that, you want to put it into a budget, and then you use that budget to see how far off you are each month, so that you're looking at a report that is showing you what your budget is versus what you're spending. And it's good to do that, because then if you have a huge cost, then or something gets out of whack, you have something that's kind of showing you. And then the other thing that you can do, and I like to do, is look at everything month over month over month, and then look for any huge discrepancies. Like if you see the water bill go up, or if you see something go down, these are all things that you want to look at and note and figure out why that's happening, so that you can make decisions based on that information. And I think most people like me make a lot of decisions based financially on what's happening with the property. For capital improvements, after we get a property stabilized, we get bids on everything. So we're gonna bid out the roof. If the plumbing has never been replaced, we're gonna probably get bids on doing the plumbing. We want to know what the capital improvement costs are gonna be so that we can plan for them. And one of the biggest things I think that we plan for at Sky Properties is roofs. So if we get a new property, we have someone go look at the roof, we do a maintenance on the roof, and we determine how long that roof will last based on an expert's opinion. And then we take that number, let's say it's 5 years, then we try to set aside the cost of the bid for the roof, and then we divide it out over the 5 years, so that we're setting aside money for the roof over 5 years, because we know in 5 years we're gonna need to replace it. Maybe you want new gates, maybe you want to redo your pool. Whatever major capital improvement you want to do, you want to plan for it. So that's what we do. We take our capital improvements, we put when we want to do it or how long it will last, like a roof, and then we divide that out by the year, and then divide it down by months, and we set aside that cash for every item into either an escrow account or just aside in the regular operating account, so that we have that money when we need it. So a lot of times I have owners that go, why do I need a budget? I know what my costs are. Why would I want to do that? And the answer is that things happen, that floods happen, plumbing breaks. You can't plan for those kind of items, but yet you kind of can. So I know that underneath my bathroom sink, that the tubes going to and from my faucet will only last 7 years. So there is things that you can plan on. And the budget just helps you see where you're going off kilter. So maybe in your budget, you see a line item that starts to go up, up, up. Maybe it's water heaters suddenly going out, and that is not what you see in your budget. So you would take, so maybe you would want to take a quick look at all the age of all your water heaters, and a lot of times they go out at the same time because they're put in at the same time. So that is an item where you might want to change your budget to maybe the following year, you're going to proactively change out water heaters so that when they break, they don't flood everything. You're going to say, okay, they only last 12 years. I'm going to go in and start replacing them proactively. And that's something you would budget for. But if it wasn't in your budget, then that's something where that's like ding, 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 you need to budget for that.